Hello fellow Rangers, welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we got another kit ready to go. So hit the intro. Hello fellow Rangers, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on another kit build video. Yes, the MiG-17. Essentially, you would have seen in that I told you about this if you watched all of the last video, which was on the history of the Belvedere that we recently finished. So yes, we are doing two liveries for this kit. There is a green livery with these markings on it, and there's a silver livery. Because I know for a fact that I don't have the ability to get that accurate to what way I want it to be, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that muddling sort of thing because I do struggle with it. So I'm doing it silver livery instead. And so yes, so pretty much we got this is the livery that we're doing. And the other livery, which I'll show you now, looks quite complicated. And I won't deny it. That's probably a little bit out of my ability right now. And I'm not going to say that it is when it is probably is. So right, we will start by assembling this kit. So let's hit the time lapse. Right, fellow Rangers, now we've got to paint the interior of the cockpit. The closest paint I've got is it's Humble 64. I know it's meant to be a Humble 164, but this is near enough to it. It's sorry, but I'm not a big YouTuber, and literally I gotta work with what I've got. So right. And I only got this colour because thanks to the Sea King build, which you would have seen built before the Belvedere, which was recently. So right, we will put this paint in because there is water slides that's got to go inside here as well. Well, we got our Soviet pilot, Comrade Chekhov. Star Trek reference there, Chekhov. If you know your original Star Wars, you know sort of the my mouth isn't working with me today. If you know your original Star Trek, Comrade Chekhov, you'll know who I'm talking about. So yeah. And from the looks of the picture, because I did look up the colour just to see, it is virtually spot on to this colour. And then the dashboard is black with the water slides on it. So essentially that is done there. And according to the instructions, also the injection seat is the same colour. Not a good old Martin Baker ejection seat like the Brits and the Americans have got. Oh no, some Russian aftermarket one. Not knocking it, I'm just saying that it's probably just an aftermarket one. Not as good as British ones. Yeah, and essentially then we will get the black out in a moment. The paint that is and paint the behind the pilot's head where you can see the headrest, and then essentially paint the pilot himself. Friend Comrade Chekhov. Star Trek fans, you're welcome. Yeah, so that is literally just taking one coat of paint. This is what I like about a lot of homebrew paints, is that it will only take one coat of paint to do it. I'm even using humble paint to paint the tires on Project MGB GT, aka Natalie. That's what I'm using right now. A picture of that of recent work on Natalie coming up now. Right, so we will let this dry, and then we will move on to the water slides, which will be appearing on the inside of this and on the control panel. We'll get the injection seat in. I'm going to kill that thing eventually. Yeah. Once it dries, get the pilot painted and put inside with the control yoke as well, and then move on to the next part. But for the moment, it'll be a couple of seconds for you and an hour or so for me, as I want to make sure this is dry. Right, fellow inches, yes, I know it looks like we haven't done much. All we've done is paint this. It's after putting it together, and then paint the ejection seat for our pilot. Which is Comrade Chekhov from Star Trek. I still went to see it. Because I'm evil. Right, yes, pretty much what we gotta do next is essentially when eyes bollocks. Right, fellow Rangers, yes, I know it doesn't look like we've done much, but apart from put this together and then paint the ejection seat for Comrade Chekhov from Star Trek, the original series, is now there is water slides for actually to go inside here. So we need, according to the instructions, we want, because this instruction water slides on both sides, and I thought there's no point trying to put them all separately on before putting it together, simply because the fact that knowing my luck, glue would get on them and wreck them. So there's no point doing that if you're gonna wreck them. Right, we need 5, which is there. From the looks of it, there's 2, so I'm guessing one goes on tougher side as well. Oh, and then we got the main instrument panel as well. Right, we'll cut those out. Yes, I know I've misplaced my nail scissors, which is a bit annoying. Just making sure. Yeah, 6. It says 1, but oh, 5. Yeah, 5 and 6. Yes. Hope everyone's doing well. I know no one really answers that question when I ask it, but it's always worth asking because you never know, somebody might answer it back. Right. Yeah, I've been having a lot of problems regarding my editing software. So if you've noticed stuff that's been weird happening on the channel, I apologize. But I've been having problems with the editing software, and it's been doing my editing. Right, 7. Need 7 as well, which is there. Only realised that after I've cut it. Flaming typical. Right. Airfix normally do very good water slides, so we shouldn't have no problems. Right, 2, which is the typical. 2, which is the main instrument panel, and then 1 and 3 is the side parts. So we will get that into here. Oh, that's from the Belvedere, which should have been removed. I should have removed that before starting. Oh, and I don't know if they'll pick it up because cameras are like. This is a flying arrow that should have gone into the envelope for Models for Heroes. Right. Get tweezers. I normally like using these tweezers. Don't worry, I won't make you watch individual bits. It's just this one piece. Yeah, I didn't bother painting behind the dash simply because of the fact that you wouldn't see these gauges. And there we have it. We got that on. So we will move on to time lapse. Oops, and crack on with it. You're giving me another night with dance as dreamers do. I'll never run around in circles. Now I'm with Right, fellow rangers, yeah, pretty much if you... I know the camera may not pick it up, so there will be photos of close-up photos to Comrade Chekhov in his pilot seat. Let's see if it'll do it. Sometimes it's not the best focusing, but anyway. Comrade Chekhov is actually now in the pilot seat. So obviously if it doesn't focus, I will be putting photos up on the screen now so that pretty much you get an idea what he actually looks like. Right, we got the jet engine, essentially. So we got two choices. Is we got the one where is no work being done on the engine at all, or apart from a little bit of paint on the inside, because the air bricks are closed. Or we got this one here where the air bricks are open, and that's what we're going to be doing, because I'm going to be having this down in the landing posture. So we need part C1 and C2. I know not many of you watched this far. If you have, please comment saying I am still watching. And if not, don't bother. But if you are still watching, let me know in the comments section below, because the averages say a lot of you don't watch after a couple of minutes, or not even watch the intro at all. And if that's the case, then obviously you wouldn't have seen this little message to the diehard fans of mine. And to the ones who do watch all the way, that you are actually doing that means a big deal to me, so thank you. Right, C7. Yeah, as I said in the Robocop video, the first one, I've been having lots of problems regarding my editing software. It's been quite... oh, we've got to be careful with this piece. No, my luck, if I wasn't careful, it would have just flown off somewhere. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll paint it once it's together, because it's no point doing too much, because the fact is you'll only see a certain amount when it's together. Fair enough, I like to get as much detail as possible, but no one's going to look that close to it once it's done, and secondly, you're not going to see that much anyway, because this is what it looks like when you close it up. Right, a little drop between those two just to help them stick together. In a bit, yeah, fair enough, I will paint that. But the outside bit, then, unless it's where the air brakes are, is no point. Unless it's going to be seen, is no point painting bits. That's what I think. Your opinions may vary from what I think. The nozzle itself of our MiG 17. I don't know why my brain sometimes says 19. I'm not sure. I think it's probably because there was a MiG 19 at the shop at the time, and I decided to go with this because this was slightly cheaper. and I'm not made out of money, and the channel isn't to the point where I make any money off it. Explaining that to some people that I don't make money off it is a nightmare, but as you can see, you can just about see anything that's inside it. So, and I've seen inside the jet engine, and it looks not far from that anyway. So yeah, pretty much then what we got then is the fuselage, which our beautiful Russian aircraft will essentially come together. Wrong way, what? Wrong way. I was trying to think then, why aren't you fitting? And then it's dawned on me then I'm putting it on the wrong way. Or lining up the wrong way. But yeah, that's not even glued. A lot of it will be painted anyway, but yes, Humble 53, which I can't remember what colour that is, but hang on, let's see. Humble 50. Is that what I think it is? Gunmetal grey, yeah, that'll be picked out when I finish the whole aircraft. I've done it. Don't worry, you haven't had a message on whatever device you're watching it on. It's called I'm a member of the club, car club, which decides now not to go to bed at or turn and stop messaging people at a certain late time at night. I'm not going to say the names, but if you do watch it, I think a curfew needs to be put in place. Alright, let's just make sure that that engine is in correctly. I don't want to be having it sticking out too far. Yeah, that must be it, because that's where the line is on the fuselage. And then that's it. So pretty much what we'll do is we'll get the fuselage together tonight on this. Oh, engine away! Yeah, we'll get the yeah, we'll get the engine in now and the fuselage put together. With Comrade Chekhov wherever he's ran off to. Oh, and we'll call it episode 1 then, because obviously we don't want to be spend up too long of a video, just in case someone is actually watching. And like I said, if you have watched this far, please comment saying, I have made it this far. And you will get a heart and a big thank you from me, because I do put a lot of effort into my videos. It was yeah, so pretty much that'll be painted once I start doing fuselage bits. Yeah, that's more like it. Right, we got a clear part, which and jet engine decided to go walkies again. Typical. Oh, that's actually there. Yeah. That's makes life so much easier when kit manufacturers do that. It lets you know where it does actually, where it's meant to look like. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Three Stooges. Yes, that is definitely correct. From that piece by here, which I will show you. Well, yeah, pop that again, but yeah, as you can see, that it does have a little bit of a lip there, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. Right, what I shall do is blow it in. I know I did say a couple of seconds ago that it looks like it'll stay in on its own, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm just not. Because I want it to stay intact. But yeah, I'm going to have to cut out the fuselage sections anyway, so I can get the actual measurements for the stand-in. So we'll be back once I've done that. Right, fellow Rangers, now we've got the nose cone onto our MIG, and I've managed to get it so that it's near enough to the point where we don't need filler, which is nice, because sometimes with filler you can add too much and then it'll take some of the details away. So we'll put that to one side for a minute, because now we're onto the wings. And essentially we got the chance to have drop tanks, and rather than trying to use this pair of scissors like I used to, I've actually bought the correct tool at long last. Yes, I know, I've actually gone and bought the right tool for it, rather than trying to get it to do it. So right, we got the okay, that went through quite easily. Yeah, I've been meaning on buying one of these tools for a while, but I've never seen one in the shop. So when I seen this in a model railway expedition down Penarth, I went and sport it essentially. Yeah, I bought it from Bespoke. Bespoke. Their website will be in the description below. Ooh. Hopefully I've remembered by this point to put some elevator music in the background as I'm doing this. as we don't want people getting bored of or having nothing to listen to. So yeah, I've got those holes drilled in. Makes life so much easier. Yeah, I know other professional YouTubers who do model kits on their channels do a lot more. Got all the equipment, but obviously I'm just an amateur who just does it now and again. Right. And 2 more holes to go, and then that's the last one. One more to go, and then essentially we can go back to the time lapse, and then we've got our holes ready for the drop tanks. I know it's not anything other than drop tanks because the MiG-17 was a fighter, not a ground attack aircraft. So, right, let's get back to time lapse, fellow rangers. Right, fellow rangers, that is it for episode 1 of the MiG-17. As you can see, we've got the main wings on, the tail fins, and the rear ailerons on as well. So yeah, essentially it is going together quite nice. We got Comrade Chekhov in the cockpit, looking pretty clever, well, trying to look clever and superior. Well, trying doesn't mean to say he is. So yeah, so if you have liked today's video, please put a like on it. Also, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you watched, then please consider subscribing to the channel, as that would be very much appreciated. It's right. Hope you all take care, keep doing what you enjoy doing, fellow rangers, and this is the Lone Ranger, signing out.